Let me go through with a slide, then I can tell better with the picture.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Sure.
So do you see my slide?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in any company who are making their engineering product or engineering concept into the product, then they have to go through this chart. So for big companies like even small R&D companies, they have to think about this whole diagram. This diagram is referred by NASA. You know NASA already, right? So
Of course, sir.
yeah, so NASA. So this is called technology readiness level. Technology readiness level is from starting from 1 to 9. 9 is the market position. I mean, at the market, you're going to put your product over there. And this is the position of the starting of any concept. That you see basic principles observed and reported. So, for example, you have a home and you also have a village, uh, what I say, a shopping market, for example. So, uh, you can go by walking there, or you can drive with a vehicle, or you can take your bicycle. Everything is possible, right, to go from your home to the shopping mall.
Yeah.
But you do not like, how do you go right now by your by walking or by vehicle, whatever you have now, because you do not feel it comfortable. You are thinking something new, that why I should go that way in the, I mean, in all zigzag road, or I cannot take my bicycle for this small zone, uh, because I cannot really take my bicycle there. I have to carry it by hand first, then again pedaling it. So you are thinking many different ways that how to solve a problem in order to be efficient to reach the shopping mall from your home. So one day you are thinking that, okay, let me construct something like a road that is more sustainable for a long time. So then you start your principle, right? That it is a
Of course.
principle that I go very straightforward, I go by short time, I go for long time, sustainable. That means that say 10 years, 15 years, this road will be very nice. So you are thinking totally differently, though you already had one or more roads to go to market, but still you are thinking new, right? In order to
Yeah.
not only have yourself in a good position, but also your family members and the neighbors, because everyone have to go and everyone is facing the problems every day, right, in order to reach to the shopping mall. So that's why you have a new concept, because you are the new thinker. And from the very beginning of your born, whenever you start working, then you are thinking about that why we do face a lot of problem to reach to the market, to reach to the shopping mall. I have to think newly. So because uh, you are born as a new, then your thought is very different. So this is kind of called the basic principle, that you observe, that you observe some problem, you come across a new basic principle to solve that problem, so that it can supersede the other existing solutions. So that way it is called TRL level, that how you start or beginning your um, concept. Then you these two TRL level 9 through this journey. So as you see in the left side, basic technology research to prove your feasibility, whether it is possible or not. So you cannot make a road instantly that to prove it, because you have to have a lot of investment for the road, right? You cannot just put it, but you are thinking it, right? So you have some kind of a model in order to make it and see justify it. So this is called a prototype. A prototype you have, very simple, and you just are taking your concept into that small model prototype in order to justify the research or thoughts that is workable. Then whenever you are thinking it is successful, then you are going to technology development and you make it as a product now to show people. But whether it is accessible to many other peoples, you have to think about, say, one at least big vehicle to ride onto the road, so that you can understand about the road sustainability, right? So bulldozer or some other things can come in, right? In order to justify your concept, whether it can take this load or not. A truck could be there and see whether it can take your load. Not only you or some people, individuals, but a car or a truck or a vehicle, big vehicle. So that way you are demonstrating your concept, whether your concept is working better from others. So then you go through like this, and system subsystem development. Whenever it is successful there, then you are going to make every single part sustainable, and then you assemble them, and finally you test it, and then you launch it. So in the journey, you are going to achieve this kind of thing, milestones, as you see in the right side. Basic principle observed in basic technology research and also technology concept. As you see, as I put our company name, Maker Corp, which we already see that our basic principle, we already told about the company work, which is manufacturing R&D. So we are going to develop some smart manufacturing product for machine monitoring. So that is our goal now for company. So we are working on a sensor. We are working on artificial intelligence, machine learning, those things, in order to achieve our machine condition monitoring uh, objective. There are a lot of different products for machine monitoring, at least I think around 20 plus. That means that we have to penetrate the market to supersede, or at least to be in the equal level soon. Otherwise, the company will get failed, right? So our new sensor and the idea is already observed in TRL1, which is technology readiness level. And then technology concept is also formulated now, partially. So we are in a position of in between 2 and 3. So if I go a little bit detail, is that most of the research are done in the university is up to TRL4. Professors or the university researchers do not need to think more than TRL4. It is their job to only think in between the concept and the component device validation in laboratory environment. That is their work, not more than that. So they do their all efforts to make new concept and then make up to the laboratory environment proof that this concept will work. And I know the science answer. So the science is in between here first, TRL1 to TRL4. R&D starts, the usual definition of R&D is defined by TRL 4 to 6 or 7 maximum. For some company like, not I am taking Hitachi there, but maybe General Motors is another big company in the world. So their R&D is in general in between TRL 4 and 7. It is because they get to know about the concept from other teams, then they pull in for making it into the relevant environment, which is called industry environment. That this is ready up to the concept is ready up to a laboratory environment. Let me take it into the environment in reality. Why? Because in the production environment, it is really a big challenge, because you have a lot of other parameters there, starting noise, other unknown parameters are there which you did not consider in lab, because the lab is very pure for some simple parameters to justify. But in industry, you have a lot of different things, different machines, different ideas going together as a whole production line. You have a lot of different processes, so one can interact others, right? So that way you are putting a new challenge on your product, on your concept. Then these R&D people work from 4 to 7 in order to justify it and make some prototype demonstration, and finally think about the mass production if they get successful. That means that whenever they are working, they are testing, they have also lab environment kind of, but they have opportunity to work with engineering industry. That's why research and development, they do some research, they do some development. So that way, this is in between 4 and 7. And after you understand with a team of engineering people in the industry directly, whenever you take your product over there, then they get to know about, because you are in a good stand that you already covered TRL 1, 2, 3, 4, all the science are answered already. And also in the new environment, which is practical, you also are going to answer based on this TRL 4 to 5 to 6, this level. So because you have good confidence, and also you have shown with engineering team in the production floor, you have high confidence now. You can demonstrate it for the mass production, right? Without interrupting their own production chain or production operation. Then because you get confidence and you get to show them, then it can proceed to the final level, because you have to go a lot of different trials. So taking this example now exactly for Oxyjet CPAP. I'm not sure if you hear about this Oxyjet in Bangladesh. That was innovated by a team from BUET Biomedical Engineering Department. Did you hear about it?
No, sir, I didn't hear about it.
Okay, so I think Mr. Sabir already heard about it, and many others, because I shared this engineering product. This is for oxygen crisis right now. So BUET, team from BUET, led by Dr. Tawfiq Hassan from Biomedical Engineering Department, he started thinking a new product with a very basic concept. He named it Oxyjet CPAP. So Oxyjet means that oxygen you are jetting. So it's just like high flow nasal cannula or cannula. So this is very costly product, like kind of 1.5 lakh to 2 lakh in Bangladeshi taka. But he was thinking differently, but maybe not that very high flow, like a high flow nasal cannula, like more than 60, but in between 15 to 65 or something like this liter per minute. So that means that he wanted to save, because everybody after 15 liter per minute, people have to go to ICU to take this service. So many people are in crisis, their life is in threat. So he was thinking to answer the gap in between the normal bed to ICU bed. Many people can be cured by using this small product, small, simple, flexible product. So the cost is around $20,000 to $25,000, and many trials are already done in Bangladesh in different hospitals, including Dhaka Medical College Hospital, and also some other medicals like Solimullah Medical maybe is there. So, and many top level management like directors of these hospitals already know about this product, and it was broadcasted in many medias like even BBC, and Stanford University in America, and everywhere. So what they have done, basic concept was already observed, and he and his team of 4 or 5 members maybe already did this level 1, 2, 3, 4. Even his team went went through beyond level even 6. That means the R&D already they already covered. In the real environment, like medical college hospital, which is more relevant, right? Laboratories means that only by medical engineering department. So he has done it in his team, putting their team members over there and see how the concept is working. The product is there, the prototype is there. Then he brought it into the Dhaka Medical College Hospital. Okay, by the way, the sponsorship was started by government ICT division. Then non-profit organization like Ankur Foundation from America started funding for trials, and Manush Manusharjana Foundation also have granted some units for trial in clinical trial recently. So that means that clinical trial is going uh, in between TRL 5, 6, 7 in that level, or even 8. So the trial of the prototype is already done, and nobody was in danger so far. No, there's no such report. So that means that in the relevant environment, they have done a lot. But the problem is that they are professors and researchers in the team. They do not have to go more than 4, because they have to only make their concept done. But they already formed a team with Dhaka Medical College Hospital, some doctors, to understand the problem in the relevant environment, and many prototype development, and demonstrate it to people. And then prototype development for mass production, they are hesitating because they don't have money. Why do they have to have money? So here is the startup or some other big companies have to invest, like angel investors or some other big companies who are already in the market, like pharmacy companies, or I don't know, some medical device production companies in Bangladesh. They have to put in money if they are interested here in order to proceed with this product for getting into the market. But Dr. Tawfiq Hassan has to now go, looks like, from TRL level 1 to TRL level 9, which is not his job. He can only help with the data. He can take the questions. If anything, any feedback is coming from this device, then he can take it and get well answered and get again trial in feedback level. But he does not have to do it after TRL 4. So this is the real challenge, because if I see more critically here, mass production environment, right? Systems, prototype demonstration in a mass production environment, which is already almost done, in a sense that 4 or 5 medical college hospitals, their directors, management are convinced with the trial so far. So that means in the mass production level, we are there already, because the Dhaka Medical College Hospital is the biggest one in the country, right? So in mass production environment, they already applied it, they already proved it, which is not though his job, but still with the team from medical, they have done it well. And after that, even they have gone through the sexual system completed or something like this, they cannot do that because they need big investment, right? They do not have company, a separate company. They don't have any other way to put their own pocket money to put for the final, product. You need to have big investment over there. So problem is that pharmaceutical company or whoever the medical device manufacturing company, they are analyzing uh, the product market, right? So based on the product market, maybe one is a big threat that, okay, after this COVID, then we cannot sell this product. Maybe one of the reason that they are not interested, because they have to think about the long-term business. So see, now the problem is that now the management is coming up, because a company wanted to invest some money, they have to have their own machine or some other subcontract in order to have mass production for the market. So say for example 2000 or 5000 units need to be developed, need to be in the market. So they are making a new machineries setup. So these machineries are involving a lot of different machines to make a product finally. So they have to invest a lot, including place and the machineries and the people over there, expertise over there. After putting all these things, the COVID is gone. Then who will buy this product? Nobody, right? Because I don't have to have this product on my home. It's a junk for me. If I have problem, I go to hospital and I take this service. So that means that only hospitals are going to buy it for now, and after COVID, it will not be possible to have the business for them. So they cannot put it. Here is the problem. Because it is a national crisis, so the government should have initiative to take this in the market for their own sake. Because today or tomorrow, they have a lot of different hospitals, right? So if they put in, a few crore, I think is good enough, because many crores are invested in many different areas. They have the machine tools company in Bangladesh, right? I mean, government owned or government controlled, some companies are there. So they already know that by the clinical trial, the product is already done. And also they are thinking about, say, for example, DZDA maybe, or DZ Health. I'm not that much in there, but they are thinking about the life safety, right? So far in clinical trial, nothing happened, but they are still thinking that, okay, this is not proven. Of course, I agree that they don't have the certification. But again, Dr. Tawfiq or his team are not here to take the certification because they are not getting into the business. It is not their job. The thing is that an university already solved a scientific question for society needs. That is what today we are talking, right? Society need. Society need is there, and it's also a national crisis. So up to TRL 4, it is more challenge to make it into the relevant environment, because we do not know what will happen into the relevant environment. But Dr. Tawfiq Hassan and his team already extended their efforts during this corona time in order to help the society needs, because we are having a gap in Bangladesh for entrepreneurship to make it into further testing. So he and his team worked a lot and lot, I know, because I am supporting a little bit from Manush Manashardana Foundation. So I know the story at least a bit. So I know that how he worked over there from university. But the problem is that there is no investor or something, and for their profit or loss calculation. So the government has their own factory or control company. They can even go for tender and then make some product. It's a national crisis. So the again coming to the safety. So DZD or DZ Health is thinking about it cannot be approved maybe, or we are good, but the certification company does not give the certificate. Why? They have to take the initiative. They have to see the all results. If there is any question unanswered, then they should take this initiative, because it's a national problem. So in any way, I'm trying to tell that entrepreneur in other countries, like in developed countries, they want to see this kind of concept already in the market is there. Some investors or entrepreneur is already there in coming to the market. So one of the example is that for our current company, Maker Corp. So our team member Martin June is a professor at Purdue University. So whenever he had the concept of very beginning of the sensor, then I have the idea of the sensor. He invented the technology with the concept. There's okay, but I have 3 patents, for example, but not everything is in the market, right? Many people have more than 100 patents even, but how many in the market? So whenever the concept is there from the university, then there is an office called Office of Technology Commercialization. That office knows that there's a new concept that could have a market. They give a hint to the professor. Professor wanted to think about a new startup because he's curious about the technology, what he invented. Then he found the team members. I found the team members right, because there's something I can research, that how we can make it into market based on our experience. So that way we form a team. And then now what we are doing, a technology is there, concept is there, but the university is only answering the question for science. But for company, we are also giving feedback from the engineering side. We are testing it. We are even going to initiate new concept based on this idea. I mean, this smart sensor system. So we are also involved in TRL1, TRL2, TRL3, but not like university level. But we are more on the TRL4, TRL5, TRL6, and even 7, 8, 8, 9 with the new team in the industry. But ultimately, our goal is that to fill up the gap between the university and the engineering company. I think that for Bangladesh, there is a big gap. Taking then one example of India, I got to involve a lot of works with IIT and many NIT, National Institute of Technology, India, different institutions. So I know a lot of researchers and professors. So I can see that India have to go a lot of problems like this. They had a lot of good research. People are coming from India to America or Europe to explore their idea into the product because they did not have the opportunity in the beginning of their 1950s, 60s like this. But later, IIT people are very, very talented, So they are exploring a lot of things like in Google, Microsoft, as you know, the companies. So India put their uh, big investment into the not only education but also the research. They um, had a big showdown for the companies to bring in their campus or somewhere so that they can work with the university and get through some R&D. So today they have a lot of R&Ds and a lot of new startup companies are there in India itself. So the government has to take or have to take initiative for the young generation that how do they employ their concept into the gap between TRL4 and TRL7, especially for engineering team. So as you feel that now we are always talking about engineering team, right? TRL1, TRL2, whatever, everything is engineering, right? No. Again, there is a wrong concept. As I said you before, TRL 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there are a lot of people from marketing or economic graduate or some other department. They also, because now you are actually making the product into the social needs, right? So you are getting involved with many other people other than engineering or the science. So some people are experts, having expertise with the experience in between engineering and management. That is we are calling like IBA, one kind of them, that they take the product into the market and how it works, right? So a lot of graduates could be over there in order to have their experience in so that the objectives can be fulfilled in the gap. So I think that in Bangladesh, what is happening, they are overlooking TRL4 to TRL7 in most cases. They do some research now. Very recently started some research only in some universities. As Sabir was saying that some government initiative is there. But this initiative, for example, this Oxyjet, it was also an initiative by ICT division with their seed project, right? Seed funding. But what is happening? After TRL even 7, it is not getting through in this national crisis. Why? Because we don't have expertise over there. We do not know actually how it works. Safety is a concern now, but there is not a problem because in the certification problem in America, for example, there is a certification company, and from FDA maybe, I'm not sure, or who, they are certifying some different categories of product. So the Oxyjet is not a product like that very critical one about life safety. This is in the grade 2 most probably. So the BSM MU vice chancellor already said that it is in that level, so it does not have a problem to get approved. So because we do not have expertise about the product, how it is going to impact people, they do not have the concept. They only go based on their own thing that, oh, it is a life concern, so they don't get it approved. If someone is there, they know more about that gap, that actually how a product is doing, what is this category, and how it is helping society in their needs. If someone was there in their thoughts, in their research, then they could do the better job. Even they don't have to be engineer. They just need this kind of this expertise. So I think that we are facing very big difficulty uh, in between this level over here in TRL 5, 6, 7, 8, something like this. Okay, so you can say that what is TRL 9 there now in Bangladesh? TRL-9 is basically the technology is coming from outside in most cases. So Bangladesh, different private companies, or I don't know public if there is any company, but public companies are taking the technology from outside and they are making it as a product, taking license, getting the product. But how about our young generation? Or any, say today I'm doing it here in America. I could do it in Bangladesh, right? I was faculty at CHUET. I had always thought about research, but I could not put my brain over there because I see a lot of different things. But the problem is not by only government. There's maybe some other things that we do not know how to proceed. The world is already showing the light, and we are not taking that light. Just think about the America or Europe or someone. They are exploring everything new. They are not learning it from others. They are taking the new challenge. They are learning by themselves, and they are proceeding for the new world. But Bangladesh, or like other countries, they already have the path to go. So, for example, Facebook or Wi-Fi or something. Now we are talking from there. Bangladesh did not explore it, right? So, but for America or someone has to come it very fast in the very beginning to thought about to think about Wi-Fi system or the other systems. They don't have any model in before their thoughts, right? They have to think it newly or the society need. But for Bangladesh, it's easy because Wi-Fi system is there. Okay, let me get some broadband and something, establish it. So Bangladesh is applying, say, TRL number 8 or 9 in their new environment, but everything is already developed. So how about our young generation? As you know that Asia people, Bangladeshi people, Indian or Pakistani, whatever, their countries, they are more talented than these countries, like developed countries. We are here like a brain drain, how do you say? But you see, the main brain are coming from Asia side, but we cannot cultivate them. We don't have a system to cultivate those brains. So people, some young generations are frustrated. They come here, they like to explore that opportunity. If we do not have the system, that where I go. So for example, for this approval, I have to go over there, they are not helping me. They're saying that, no, you cannot do that. He is not here. But that people is not expert to tell about this thing. They cannot behave like this. So I'm not criticizing anything. It's a system problem. It is like a feedback. Even if it is America, I have to tell that way. We tell it like this. We are not actually criticizing some people. We are criticizing system. And system, people are behind the system, right? So people have to take the initiative for the problem. Once the problem is solved, then people are happy. Then the innovators are also happy. Everyone is happy. Then they take new initiative. That way you proceed, and more expertise will come in because they know that how. So you get to know-how. Know-how is very important for a country to be sustainable. So I think that there's a big discussion needed by the government itself. It is not a private job. It is not a private initiative again and again. Today we are private company, of course, we know, but the system was developed or initiated by government itself. How? In America or Canada, because I work in these two countries as a reviewer of projects and many other things, I get to know the government have not only money, but the system. System is that they put some experts people in their national organization like National Science Foundation, National Institute of Standards and Technology, Department of Defense, Department of many different institutions like America Makes. They brought in many big expertise of having different domain of experience together. Then they wanted to know actually what is the need of the society. So I'm taking one or two examples here. My professor at Georgia Tech, Dr. Thomas Karfes, he was a professor. He is MIT graduate. He's one of the talented personnel in this country. So he's at Georgia Tech, not is actually was. But when government understood that this guy is having good experience and also trying to take initiative, then the government has given opportunity to him that okay, you explore more here in the management side, because he saw that concept is there but it's not getting through because he does not know this. So the government, whenever he applied to government agency like NSF somewhere, then they say that okay, there is a thing that you can explore and you can apply your concept here. Then that way he got expert and expert. And how what happened later, within maybe 10 15 years maybe after his appointment at uh, Georgia Tech, then government has taken him for another university to build a new R&D kind of system. Like today, you know that in America, automotive company are very in the very high level, right? Like General Motors, Ford company, even Hitachi company has been doing a lot of job in America based on only automotive research, because this country is one of the big pillar of economy is uh, through uh, automotive production products. So uh, Professor Thomas Carface was taken into Clemson University campus to have a new initiative like ICAR in I forgot exactly the whole International Center for Automotive Research. And initially it was started maybe by 20 people, maybe leading by two or three people like this person who is my professor, Dr. Thomas Carface, some other people too. Then today that ICAR is maybe having more than 300 researchers in the same center, and they are serving a lot and lot. I know that in our Hitachi in the last time, I see that a lot of researchers were coming from ICAR. They are putting their knowledge, they get a concept from ICAR, and they take this expertise into the production line, like for Hitachi production floors. So that way, government is taking the initiative to take a professor into that new uh, initiative, so that whatever he knows already by his experience or know-how, he puts his energy over here now. It is a new initiative, and they can see now the practical thing. They could be motivated. So government is not losing, even the university is not losing anything, because they are proud that some professor is there for government. Is a society need, because society, what the society was feeling, the society was feeling that we have a lot of roads in America, people are moving by automotive vehicles, but we don't have much expert over there. So let me bring some good professors. They have concept. That's why whoever uh, has shown the concept, the government have taken those people into one place and then make a new initiative, and then that drives the country's big economy, right? So it's a society need. If the society was not there, that initiative was not there, how many private companies could understand this national need or society needs? So I think that, and after that, what happened that after 5 years of appointment, he again went back to Georgia Tech, and again then government was thinking in Barack Obama's time that he was taken uh, in uh, White House for 2 years of appointment, and he has done a lot of international work. Again went back into Georgia Tech when I worked with him in 2014, 2015 time. And right after that, again, right now, he even left the job at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is a very big top university in manufacturing, is number one. So such a top university, number one university in US at least, but he left his job. Why? Because the government needs him even more. So there is a national R&D called very famous in America, that is Oak Ridge National Lab. And there are a lot of sections. One is manufacturing. He became as chief manufacturing officer. So as you see that, oh, chief manufacturing officer is not that good. Professor is very high level, distinguished professor. You can think that way. But it is not the case. Here, the title and other things is not that big thing. I am a professor, then I am the best. It is not like this. I have to serve society. That is why I am here. So when the professor was called by White House, then he left this job at Georgia Tech. Most probably, I know that he left that job. Now, chief manufacturing officer. Then he brought in some other people he knows that who are expert in that line. He convinced those people, and they left their university job. One of the professor is Scott Smith from University of North Carolina Charlotte campus. Recently in NSF, which is National Science Foundation Industry Academia workshop, in his talk, he was telling that I have 25 years of experience in academia. But today, I am here in ORNL, which is Oak Ridge National Lab, led by or sponsored by government. He said that 25 years did not give me that much opportunity to explore technology. Today, in 2 years' time, I know a lot. And I feel really bad now that 25 years may be wasted. Because that research, we are talking a lot in the paper, and sometimes we are even lying. And then many other people, from one professor, Dr. Tai, is from Texas A&M. He's also saying that yes, we are lying in many cases. We are doing research. We are telling people that this is the thing, this is the thing, this can be done, this can be done. We need fund. We bring fund from different points because we do not know exactly what is need. Is based on concept. We are not lying, but we know that like this thing work. So we have to be in the market for getting grants. That's why we are telling that way that this is the problem. I have to solve this problem. But in industry, it is very different. So that Professor Scott Smith was saying that in 2 years' time, I realized that at least I'm working for something for society needs. So I don't worry. I better work for the society because I was born for the society. I am society man. I'm not the title man. I'm a professor is not thing. The thing is that I'm converting something for the society needs. So the main point is that we are title based in many places. I take this discussion a little bit in different way. Is that I observe, is my observation though, please don't take it very harsh, is that
okay, sir, no problem. It was
so
with real life example actually.
yeah, so
And various expertise, rehab, negotiation, collaboration, difficulties and challenges are exist in startup. That's why Soviet information, government support, identifying societal problem is very crucial for being successful as an entrepreneur. So, sir, but there are many ups and downs, in the journey of an entrepreneur. So, could you please share your most satisfying moment as an entrepreneur or aha moment? So,
most satisfying thing is that of course the money. So
okay,
you get money, then you are happy, but it is not the case. Being an entrepreneur is very different. Is that I have a product, and that product somehow uh, is in that popular line. People are buying it because they understand that this product can fulfill them, and whenever it is sold that way, that they give good feedback and they are eager to get that product because they have other products already, but they don't like it maybe. Not telling it specifically for our company, I'm just saying as an entrepreneur that whenever I have a product and people are taking it, I'm happy because they're taking it because they're judging it. They have the options in front of them. It is not like a thirsty people taking some water from anywhere. You have a lot of different markets. People are judging them. And based on that, very critically, they analyze which product is best fitting for his needs or her needs. So whenever my product is there, I of course feel better because it is not like a product that I just like a shopkeeper, I take it from there and put it for customer. It is that our own born, right? We create it for people, and it is there. I may die today, but this product would not die. So this is what I always feel happy, and any entrepreneur, I believe, that they see their product into the market.
Okay, sir. When your own created product are being marketed, people judge it, you feel being satisfied, right?
Yeah, of course.
Uh, Sir, we know you are the founder and president of the Manusher Junno Foundation. You did it from the social responsibilities and it performs a lot of humanitarian activities. Considering the current socio-economic condition of our country, what social entrepreneurship ideas youth can adopt?
Ah, so big question.